Hey Campus Georgia, back in the man cave. Yep, confusing myself again. Why? Looking at this light. Yep, 4 of them. They all look the same. Kinda, from different makers. What do you do? I don't know. Maybe you can help. Let's check them out. So what I'm talking about, Jane, you can see the picture here. I was digging myself a little hole. Every time I do this, this happens. Going through to do projects. And I have sorted my knives out into makers. Okay. And I look through and I'm like, well, it's time to have a look at these guys or those guys or whatever. These are all the ones that need to be cleaned up. And I have a bunch. Name a maker, I probably got one. And I found this guy. See that? Okay. And I thought, why did I put a China-made knife to be fixed? Because I don't do that. The knives I pick up, I tend to, I'm looking for the old guys and I'm like, why did I pick this? Right? Then I look closely at it and it has this badge on it. You see that? And I was like, I don't know. You know, this is typical of China to give you the sack impression, the Victorinox type style knife, right? And then I looked at the tang stamp and shock and horror, did not know this. It's a colonial, right? Now, looking into that, I read up a little bit on it, and Colonial actually had a lot of conversations with Victorinox regarding these knives. You know, things like the bottle open and certain things that they wanted to do, and they had to make a deal with Victorinox. Now, Victorinox, I believe, agreed to some things, but not others and things like that. And from that, they came up with this. Okay. And it, you know, it looks like a sack, right? Multi-tool. Oh, is it a multi-tool? Ah, here we go. That rabbit hole. This is a camp knife, right? It's just, unfortunately, has 7 tools on it. So is it a camp knife, a scout knife, a utility? What? So onto the internet, surfing around, looking at these similar things to this to try and figure out, well, what is it? What is this knife style? Well, what do you know? This is what most people said. It's a camp/scout/multi-tool knife. The plot thickens, right? And, you know, if you think about it, that's exactly what it is. It's kind of a camp scout knife because it has an extra blade. It has 2 extra blades, the main blade. It's got the bottle opener, can opener, and a corkscrew. So it's really a scout camp knife with extras. So it makes sense to call it a camp/scout/multi-tool knife, right? And I was like, oh, I was really pleased with myself. And I thought, okay, that makes sense. Needs to be cleaned up and whatever. And I started looking through and I go, wait a minute, what's this? I found this. Well, it's one I've cleaned up before, right? No badges, no nothing on it. There it is, nice and clean. Looks kind of sort of familiar, you know. Well, here we go. See that? Exactly the same. This beater that needs to be fixed up turned out to be an advertiser or whatever you want to call it when they do. This one was the Retirees Banquet 1980 IAM Local Lodge number 2430. I don't know what IAM Local Lodge is. Maybe you do. If you do, put it in the comments. can see it right there. Okay. It's the same knife. It's exact. The tools are exact. They're an exact match. See that? Pruning utility knife blade, right? All. Bottle opener, screwdriver, can opener, sheep's foot, and then your main blade, which is your spear, and a corkscrew, and bales. Now the bales are different. This one looks homemade, kind of something I would do. I know I didn't, it came like that. Here's the real bale. But there's no badge on it. On this one, it's plain, nothing. But yes, this one has that badge. And yep, it's a colonial. So the plot thickens. So I thought, oh, gee. Okay, I can see what they did. They made them specially for these guys. And they probably do a lot of that. I know they do. And then I was puttering around and doing what I do. And what do you know? Yeah, look at it. Right? Here's the colonial. It's the same thing. See that? The handle's different. It's just a plain red handle. On this one, the colors are different. But on this one, it says this. Matterhorn, and shows that. And I was like, wait a minute. I know that. I have one of these, right? Imperial. Huh. And I was like, wow. Okay. Basically the same thing. Well, it is the same thing. They have everything the same. Even if you look closely, the position of the tools, right? See that? They've got this on that side, that on that side, this with that with that. You can see what I'm saying. That pruning blade, the awl, screwdriver, all on the same side. It's the same on the other one from Colonial, even where they are in the layers. And I thought, what's going on here? Are they all making these things? I got to say that, the Imperial's way better. You can see they use these things here. Imperial don't even show it. It's like a clamshell, basically. Kind of like a Victorinox, right? Pop off the shield. It's not a clamshell. Everything's hidden underneath. Much cleaner, much better. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I got 3 of them that look the same and they're all different, right? Puttering around, and yeah, wouldn't you know it, this showed up. Look carefully. Look very carefully. Here's the other one, the Imperial. See that? It's the same. No, wait a minute. You got this. You've got it is an awl. And then you got, wait a minute, the can opener. This has the bottle opener. And the awl's different. See that? Huh. What's going on here? I looked a little bit further and, well, look here. I'll show you. That's where they put the screwdriver on the other side. They switched. Why? And they've got a nice blade. What else does it have? It has a sheath's... No. Scissors. No sheep's foot. Has the screwdriver. Way different. So who made this thing? Oh, ha! Look, it's Imperial. Ha! Wait a minute. This one says, here we go. Here's the tank stamp. Imperial, Providence, Rhode Island, USA down the side. It makes it this guy. Kind of, well, it's USA. Imperial, and when it was made. Got that from the tank stamp. Well, what's this about? This is Imperial. It even says, wow, it says on here, inox, stainless, on the all. Nothing else on the other one. So what's Imperial? Yeah, it's Imperial. Ireland. It's made in Ireland. This is Imperial Ireland. Imperial USA. What? Why did they do that? Why did they switch things around? If this is a Matterhorn, this isn't. Because why? They put the scissors on. And by the way, I've got to show you these scissors. Look, they don't work. The spring. Maybe not. Let's have a closer look at it. See, you can't really see a spring. But what is this about? Can you see that? You see this? Watch what happens. This is all floppy, right? As soon as I go all the way, this becomes rigid, and you got a spring. Isn't that cool? No springy thing. Don't have to worry about Victorinox or anybody else. They came up with a better way. Well, this spring's going to last a little longer, I think, than having the bouncy spring in the middle there with on little pins. Okay. However, the Victorinox, they still have the best scissors. Does this work? I don't know. I've got a piece of paper. Think it's going to work? Oh. That works. See that? And then, of course, when I go to close it, watch the spring. It's nothing. They designed it so that when it pops open, it becomes sprung. That's very cool. Never noticed that, never seen this before. So it is different. And yeah, it's Imperial, but it's Imperial Ireland. Man, these guys just intermingle everything. They're just confusing me. What do you think? I've got to tell you that although I think this looks better, this one doesn't clean up as well. But I really like the idea of the scissors. I'm not so sure I need whatever that is. I think it's kind of sort of a spay blade. Right? Wait a minute. Spay blade? The other ones are all sheep's foot. Well, the Colonial. But Imperial, they have a spay blade and scissors. Thickness. Let me close it up. Here's the Matterhorn, and here's the Scissors Island. And if you look at them, the Scissors one is actually a touch thicker, but only just, which I thought was interesting. And the reason is the scissors. If you look at the springs, they're all about the same, except here's the scissors. The spring is a lot wider because it needs that width to get that spring to work. Other than that, well, look at the way they made the corkscrews. See that? That's just that wire bend. Not good. Okay, see a lot of these broken off right at that, where it makes the little bend, the circle thing. This one is way stronger. It has the flat going through the pin, so it actually has its own tang. This doesn't. They just got the steel and bent it into a circle and pinned it. Not as strong. And yep, it's the Matterhorn. I'm kind of liking this guy. from Ireland. And I really like those scissors. So there you go. 2 things for you to think about. You start looking around. Now, I know these China-made ones. I'm not even going there. But what's going on? These are all basically Victorinox copies, right? Ireland, Europe. You know they were going into competition with SAC. Now, well, that's the Matterhorn, but the USA one. But this one from Ireland. The difference is it has a couple of different things it did. The scissors aren't the same. Everybody's got corkscrews. Nobody has the deal on that I know of. It's basically a Victorinox with really fancy scissors. And this, which I know Victorinox did, I think. Maybe. I'd have to look. Whoa. Don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So there you go. What do you think? What would you choose? Do you want the scissors? Or do you want that spade blade? Or do you want this guy? Very plain, typical Kamp. Victorinox, basically. It's nowhere near a Victorinox as far as the way it's made and the steel and all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments below. And what would you call it? A Kamp multi-tool? Scout multi-tool? What is it? Well, let's think about that. Do we have an answer to that? You can't have an answer. It has to be both, right? Because they all have the awl, which is your part of the whole Kamp knife, Kamp duty knife, all the chores around camp. The extra blade is food prep on a scout knife. So really, this is a combo of the whole thing, which makes it a multi-tool Kamp scout knife. So now that I've put a damper in your day, let me know what you think below. I've got to clean this guy up. It's pretty beat up though. And it's going to take some cleaning. But that's another story. Oh, I'm starting to look too hard at things. Remember this? Kamp King, right? Is it? You sure? Kamp King. Well, it is. It's a Super Kamp King. Even Mary set up to check that out. She's like, that's pretty cool, right? What do you think? I like this. It's unusual. Nah, she's over it. A Super Kamp King. We won't even go there, but the most obvious change is that. And this, is your bottle opener. Beverage. They don't say cap lifter or anything. It actually says beverage can opener. Has a bottle opener. So this must be the can opener. And if you look at it, it's kind of totally different. Hook and pop. Don't even want to try that. So that is the super duper Kamp King. And that's really it's the only difference. On the tools back here, you've got, a short blade. What does it make it? A scout, right? Because you've got 2 blades. You don't have this is actually kind of sort of one of these. And they just called it, from their most popular series of the Kamp King, they made it the Super Duper. Pretty cool. So there you go. Enough of that. I'm just digging myself a hole. Let me know what you think. Personally, if I'm going to look at one of these things, I'm going to look at a Victorinox. I just think it's a better made knife. And you know they have the options for all 4 of those in their series. They got so many choices. It's a rabbit hole. You just got to search. You all be safe out there when you're out camping. You got knives with a bunch of things on it. Don't open them up like this. It's not good. One might just snap on you. One tool at a time. And don't leave them open like that. Well, like that. You're putting strain on the spring. I do it because I'm showing you the knife. It's never a good thing. One tool at a time, or if you need to open 2 tools, you make sure you go all the way and there's no strain on the spring. So you can open 2. Why? I don't know, because you're just asking to be cut. But anywho, keep that in mind. You find a lot of broken springs out there, and that's because of the way they were left open or they were used. And then you'll see a spring with a break in the middle. Can't leave them both stretched. Just say. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back. I am not going to search through things anymore and start comparing, because I just get so frustrated and I'll end up spending hours online looking at this, trying to figure out what's what, time that I'm never going to get back. So I thought I'd just pass it on to you. Thanks for watching. Always, always appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon.